Hey, Local 5, it's Dave. Just wanted to touch base with a quick update. I know it's been a while since we've touched base, so I know the holidays are going on, everybody's busy, and so I just kind of wanted to bring you up to speed of what's going on with Local 5. So this is like the ninth time I've tried to do this video. My wife's over here laughing at me. Somehow I wish I could actually do editing so I wouldn't have to redo the whole thing every time I stick my foot into my mouth. So just to let you know, the collective bargaining agreement is moving forward. We had a meeting up in Denver last week with state and international representatives. Everything's moving forward as it should, so that's really awesome news. Bad news is our fire administration has definitely requested from us that we do not pursue collective bargaining. They're super frustrated that we are, and they're pushing back really hard. They believe that it's only confrontational and it serves no benefit, and that everybody who's had a collective bargaining agreement with their city, that it's destructive with the administrations. Obviously, we requested who that was. They weren't really unable to provide that information. But that being said, they're strongly in opposition to us moving forward, which I think actually is a great indication on exactly how reluctant they are to have labor actually have a voice and a seat at the table in determining our own destiny and trying to establish public safety as a priority as opposed to an afterthought with everything else that the city wants to do. Like our new upcoming budget, yes, we got 8 full-time employees, but in reality, we've had a reduction in the overtime budget. So fundamentally, out of a $7 to $7.5 million bonus that we're going to get from the stormwater, which actually there's more dollars there than that they'll let you know on that. But effectively, the fire department got about $1 million out of that. So much for stormwater being a priority for public safety. Obviously, it hasn't been the fire department's public safety. So I digress, which is surprising to everybody who knows me. That being said, J.J. Jones was accepted to the Harvard Union Business School, literally at Harvard University, like the one in Cambridge, Massachusetts. So it's a very prestigious honor that goes through a stringent application process. There's 40 union members that are invited to this every year. There's only 3 from the International Association of Firefighters, and JJ was one of those that was selected. This is specifically to support the efforts and knowledge that we need moving forward in the collective bargaining campaign, and this will serve us in a tremendous way to get the information and the knowledge that he's going to learn literally by Cambridge, Massachusetts administrators who will teach in such things as Fair Labor Standard Act, state and federal law, all of the things that we need to do to make sure that we have our ducks in a row as we move forward with the collective bargaining campaign and actually as well in developing a contract. So we're highly honored to have JJ selected. We need to get him some time off. He's going to need 13 shifts to make this. Our administration is not going to support it at all. So we're looking right now for 6 non-payback trades to support this effort. And there's my killer vicious Bichon in the background. 6 shifts to support JJ to go out again. If you touch base with him as soon as possible, it's from mid-January to mid-February, so it's kind of a slow time of the year. Consider working a half shift, full shift trade for him. We asked that during the pursuit of a collective bargaining agreement, there was going to be a need for our membership to step up and to be involved. If you don't want to knock on doors, if you don't want to make phone calls, hand out pamphlets at the mall, or potentially collect signatures, this is definitely a way that you can help support our local as our folks go out to get good information, good, strong knowledge, wisdom, and understanding for them to come back and support this effort. We need to get those folks some time off. So if you could support JJ in this effort, that would be awesome. We are currently working on a side note, on an additional note, we're actually working on the whole missed trade policy that just came out. We don't believe that vacation hours should be utilized for a missed trade if somebody calls in sick, so we're pursuing that to be applied as sick leave. Unfortunately, we found out that I guess they legally can charge 1.5 times those hours if it does drive a higher back. But we believe that, as well as the attorney that represents our local, that it should be sick leave. We were informed through our HR department by the city attorney that they didn't have to adhere to state statute as it comes to employment law, which we find fairly entertaining and hope to pursue a good understanding of that. Because we obviously believe that they should, and in the fact that if they're required to adhere to that state law, it would be in fact sick leave. So more to come on that, but we actually are fighting on that. Another additional, by the way, the fact that our administration, or we're not quite sure exactly what went on with this whole 2A, we supported the stormwater. That was supposed to be specifically for public safety. There was going to be at least $7 million available for that in 2018. And actually, there's some more dollars behind the scene. If everybody remembers that we actually gave up $6 million in Tabor for these 2 years. So there's more dollars out there than they're letting on. And to that point, basically the fire department for 2018 picked up a $1.1 million bonus. So I'm not quite sure where the rest of the almost $6 million went to, if it was all supposed to be designated for public safety, but it's not going to us. That also leads me into the fact that our our political folks, John Roy, Rob Hicks, and Jason Buckingham are doing an incredible job in informing our city council members of exactly the lag that's happening as far as not only our staffing, but for apparatus and other IT issues that are not being supported, to which our city council folks were actually surprised in the fact that we don't have a standing hazmat team, that they didn't realize that we had lost that and that it hasn't been implemented or re-implemented. So with that tremendous educational piece from our folks to city council, they pursued that and pushed it back up to city administration, who agreed to support that position of adding those 13 additional folks in 2019. So we're looking at least at 20 or 21 FTEs in 2019. Of course, the fire administration, which has been promoting 8 and 8 for 2018 and 2019, all of a sudden is now taking credit for the addition and the reintroduction of the hazmat team, which was never requested by them to city, as our counselors obviously recognize the fact that they were totally in the dark about not knowing we didn't have a hazmat team. So good work, and thanks to John Roy, Jason Buckingham, and Rob Hicks for their diligence of continuing to educate our city council members. So again, Local 5, we're trying to do our best at this moment to support you, to support our job, and to work hard for us, and we're pursuing and moving forward with the collective bargaining campaign as well. So hope this finds all of you a little fatter after the Thanksgiving season, stored up some energy to make the run towards the upcoming Christmas season. May you be blessed. If you have any questions, as always, don't hesitate to contact me or any of the other executive board members, and we appreciate your time.